What's good, guys? It's your boy T, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on 10 players. Yes, 10 players that I think is going to break out in 2022 this season, guys. Listen, we already had our first preseason game, the Hall of Fame game. Let's go. Let's get this money, guys. So I got 10 guys. With no further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get started. My homie in here as always. Second take. What's good, bruh? Glad to see you, man. Glad to see you. Yes, sir. Let me get this off my screen real quick. Yep. Okay, yep. And he says, the bruh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, guys, let's get started. The first player that I believe is breaking out this year in 2022, guys, and this guy is a running back, and his name is Kenneth Gangwell. Yes, guys, Kenneth Gangwell. Listen, I've told y'all about him last year. So before I start, I just want to give y'all this real quick before I break Kenneth Gangwell the game down. So let me get out of this right here. All right. Let's go. Boom! What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports. And today's video, guys, is going to be on Kenneth Gangwell, was drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, I said it, guys. Kenneth Gangwell. He was drafted to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, listen, I had Kenneth Gangwell in my top 5 backs. Who had Kenneth Gangwell in their top 5 backs? You show me a creator that had Kenneth Gangwell in their top 5 backs, and I respect him. Other than that, get out Kenneth Gangwell. Get off him. Because I'm on him. I know what he is. He don't have to be 220. He don't have to be drafted in the first round for me to know that he's going to be just as good as Travis Etienne. And eventually, he will have a certain role. I'm not saying he's going to be Najee Harris in the Pittsburgh Steelers offense, but he will be dynamic with Philly. That actually was a great place for him. Even though they got Miles Sanders, that was a great place for him because they will use him. And Nick Sirianni
I said what I said.
So listen, guys, I'm about to break down my boy, Kenneth Gangwell. He's a beast. One of my top 5 running backs that I told y'all before the draft, before they even started breaking him down. This guy's dynamic. So, check this out. Miles Sanders will be in competition all year. Listen, if he makes a mistake, he done. Uh-oh. If he makes a mistake, he done, folks. It is what it is. I'm not going to say they're going to sit him down on the bench and never give him another carry. But if he fumble, he missed a block, Kenneth coming for that spot. I said what I said. Kenneth coming for this.
Okay, guys. So, let me get this off.
So, Kenneth Gangwell is a breakout player, and I was on him last year. That's why I showed y'all this video. And I'm going to do this more often because I know I always tell y'all, go check my catalog. I don't know if you check it or not. But for new people that's coming on my platform, I want to show them. I don't just throw stuff out there. This is stuff that I believe. Even if I go down with the ship, I'm okay. I'm like the captain of the Titanic. I'm going down with my ship. And I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I know the guys that I'm on, people kind of forget about that. I've talked about these guys a year ago. So I was on Kenneth Gangwell, guys, and then he's getting the workload. Kenneth Gangwell is going to ball out. Guys, as far as a PPR guy, go catching balls out in space, he's one of the best at this. He reminds me of Darren Sproles. Great pass catching back. Antonio Gibson couldn't beat this guy out at Memphis. I said what I said. Antonio Gibson couldn't beat this guy out. Now, what they did, they shared the workload. Antonio Gibson played a hybrid position where he was playing wide receiver and he would get reverses and they would use him, get the ball out in space, kind of like the way they use Debo. But Kenneth was the go-to guy. And he was catching 8-9 passes a game. So I don't care if he was drafted in the 4th round. I knew what this guy can do. And now they want to start him in Philly. Guys, I'm telling you, Kenneth Gangwell, I'm high on him. So let me read the chat off real quick. I got a couple new chats. Second take says, yeah, I see Gangwell taking Sanders' role in like week 4. Also, I can probably get him so late in rounds, which is great. Yes, sir. I agree. You can get him late. So, guys, I'm high on Kenneth Gangwell. And Jake, State Farm, I like it. Jake from State Farm says, Dynasty League, half PPR with contracts. CMC is available. Would you pursue CMC or breach all? CMC. The upside is crazy. The upside is crazy with CMC, man. You got to go ahead and get it. As long as it don't cost you too much. You don't want to get him the highest contract on your team. But if you want to give him the second or third, it's worth the opportunity, bro. It's worth the even if something happened to him this year, this guy can switch positions and play another 10 years. He can be a slot receiver. And I think they need to move his position to the slot. I said what I said. They need to quit giving Christian McCaffrey 300 touches, like far as behind the line of scrimmage. They need to give him more touches close to the line of scrimmage, like the way they use Debo. That's just my 2 cents on it. Second take says, TD, my question for you is, for Gangwell, was this a dynasty take or is this a yearly take? It's both. It's both. And I'm glad you asked that because I don't really break my dynasty takes and my redraft takes down. I'm just telling you about a player. You do with it whatever you may, right? If you want to go ahead and get him in dynasty and stash him, that's fine. If you want to go get him in a redraft league for this year and stash him, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. I'm not, so I guess you could say it was dynasty, but I'm just talking about the player. I know the player is going to evolve. So in dynasty, yeah, you might have to wait a little bit. In redraft, I could be a year off, but the guy can play. That's how my takes are, guys. And then if you want to be more specific, ask me, TD, should I play this guy and redraft this year or should I just stash him? This year is his year. Last year was more like a stash, wait and see. But this year is his year to boom. So, yes, it was both. I make my takes for both. I see a guy, he's got talent, I'm going to talk about him. Now, you have to ask him the question, should you play him this year? Is he going to be breakout this year? What year is going to be his breakout? So I get that. And I'm going to explain more on that as time go on because I get it, guys. I can be a little confusion, especially with the guys that I'm on. Nobody gets on the guys that I'm on, right? So you could be like, well, what do I do? Is he going to be the number one running back this year? No. But this is going to be a great year for him. All right, let's move on. Let's move forward. My next guy, guys, and I've been on this guy a lot. And I got to keep forcing it down your throat. It's Trey Lance. I said what I said. I love Trey Lance, guys. Listen, he's with Kyle Shanahan. That's all I got to say. Look what he did with RG3. RG3 was a rookie, and they said he couldn't even read the defense, and this guy looked unbelievable. I mean, I remember him playing against the Legion of Boom when they was like, the Legion of Boom was very, very young. They hit all the studs out there. Bobby Wagner, Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Cliff Averill, Brandon Brown, and they had all these guys out there. And RG3 was eating them up. He had them down. That was up on Seattle 14-3. And RG3 was balling out. And so RG3 is good. I think somebody tried to say that RG3 was better than Trey Lance. Okay, don't run from that. Whoever you was, I forgot who said that on one of my comments, said that RG3 was better than Trey Lance. Make sure you stay on that. Because Trey Lance is 250 pounds. RG like 205. Maybe 210. He was a slight guy. Trey Lance is like 240. Trey Lance is a big dude. So I'm telling you, Trey Lance is going to ball out this year, guys. And you don't have to go and get him super early, right? You can wait. You can stack your team a little bit, and then you can go get Trey Lance, and you can have a killer team, right? This guy could win MVP. This guy could have 10-plus rushing touchdowns and throw for like 25 to 30 passing touchdowns. So, guys, Trey Lance is going to be a guy. Make sure you pick this guy up. All right, guys, let's move on. My next guy, this guy's a quarterback that I think is going to have a great season. I said what I said. This guy's going to have a great season. This guy is Tua Tagovailoa, right? However you say his last name, Tua Tagovailoa. Listen, guys, Tua with Jalen Water and Tyreek Hill. Yes, guys, Tua's going to ball out. Hey, listen, this is all Tua need to do, guys, and I know I do a lot of – I'm trying to show y'all what they teach, right? I know I played the game. So I'm not saying I'm the best one to ever play the game, anything like that. But I played the game. I loved the game. I was a very, very intelligent player. I probably fumbled twice in my whole career and jumped off sides maybe once. So I'm very, very – I'm into the game. So this is what all they doing – this is all Tua got to do. Say hit. Bam. Nobody – Tyreek Hill and Jalen Water is too fast and too quick. If they get the ball out quick, he get the ball out quick, you can't stop that. Now, if you coming up and y'all tackling well, okay. If you think you're going to tackle Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill every single time to keep them from busting out plays, then I give you kudos for that. But you're not. So you're not even going to be able to put pressure on Tua. Tua ain't going to allow they not going to allow any pressure up in his face. As long as Tua ain't getting no pressure in his face, he going to say hit. Bam, ball going to be out 1.5 seconds. So Tua going to ball out, guys. His completion percentage, he might break a record. I said what I said. He might break a record with his completion percentage. It could be 75%. We never seen nothing over 72% for a whole year. He could have 75%, guys, because he's going to be getting the ball out in ways that the defense is going to be backing up because they got Tyreek. If you come down and try to take away that quick pass, all of a sudden it's going to be a double move over top of your head. Tua going to put the ball out and just let Tyreek run under. He ain't going to wait like Pat do. Pat wait because Pat got a big arm. Tua got anticipation arm, kind of like Tom Brady. Tom Brady don't wait for guys to get open. He throw them open. As soon as they turn around, the ball right there. The defense don't even know where the ball at. So, guys, trust Tua. Tua's going to ball out. So, let me go to the comment section. Second Take says, in my one quarterback leagues, I don't think QB is that important, but getting Lance as my backup quarterback in late rounds is great, like in a 10th, 11th round. And you're right, bro. That's why I always tell y'all guys, it depends on how your league is set up. I play in a lot of super flex because quarterbacks are very important there. But even in one quarterback league, since it ain't important, I'm going to wait to get Lance. I'm not even going to try. I mean, I wouldn't fade him necessarily for a Justin Herbert or somebody like that. But I'm not taking Pat Mahomes over Trey Lance this year. That's just my 2 cents. I could be wrong, but I'm not taking no Pat Mahomes over no. I'm not drafting Pat Mahomes this year, guys. Over Trey Lance. Yes, because I was just talking about Tua, so I got a little confused. But I like Tua too. I would rather wait for Tua than to get Pat Mahomes. I said what I said. I would rather wait for Tua than to get Pat Mahomes. So, yeah, man, but quarterbacks aren't super important in one quarterback leagues. You can fade him and wait and get a guy like even other guys. And I'm going to talk about a couple more quarterbacks on this list. Let me see what Second Take. Second Take says, do you like Tua and Hill stack? I love it, bro. I think Tyreek Hill can win the Triple Crown. I said what I said. I'm not just throwing that out there, guys. I know a lot of people think, man, there go TD's saying something crazy. Okay. I've been thinking Tyreek Hill was the best wide receiver in the league the last 4 to 5 years because of the deep ball and his speed. That, to me, that scares me watching the game. I can imagine how the defender feel, especially you ain't that fast, but you're a technician. Your heart got to be beating out your chest. Oh, my God. This guy going to beat. If he beat me deep, he going to make me look bad. So what that's going to do, you're not going to get beat deep, and he going to catch balls underneath and juke your ass and take it 60. The guy almost is unstoppable. As long as he keep his speed, guys, it's almost unstoppable. And you're going to have to put 2 people on him, and everybody else is going to be open. That's why Waddle, I'm not super high on Waddle, but I do think Waddle can ball out this year. And, and be a top 14 guy, right? Top 12, sometimes top 5 guy in certain weeks. They might ask him to do that. And Second Take says, you mean false start, weren't you a RB? Yes, I was an RB. And what did I say, Second Take? Because it's still jumping off sides. We call it jumping off sides, but you can call it the offensive way, but we call it jumping off sides. Our coach got on, he's like, hey, you jumped off sides. Yeah, that's more for the defense. I get what you're saying. But yeah, I probably had 1 false start my whole career. I'm talking about even rec ball, like playing Pee-wees. And he said, do you like Steelers over 7 wins this year? Yes, I'll go ahead and say yeah, but that ain't a team that I'm hopping on. I like the Detroit Lions to go over. I think the Detroit Lions are going to go over this year. I like that type of team. Pittsburgh, 7 wins is tough. But, yeah, I would say yeah. All right, guys, let's move on. So, let's move on to my 4th guy. My 4th guy, guys, is A.J. Dillon. Yes, and I know, like, again, guys, I'm repeating myself. But like these are the players that I'm on that I want my subscribers to get because I know they can win you a lead. Guys, AJ Dillon, reason why they didn't go out and get a big time wide receiver because they want this team to run through the run game. Their coaches came from the Shanahan tree, LaFleur. He came from the Shanahan, so he wants to establish the run. And by him establishing the run, it's going to open it up for everybody, even second fiddle receivers like Lazard, Randall Cobb, Robert Tonyan, those type of guys. If you got a good run game, they can get open. Devontae Adams didn't need a run game, but these guys do. So that's, to me, that's telling me 15-plus touchdowns for A.J. Dillon. Easy, 10 all day long. Aaron Jones is going to get off. He's going to catch a lot of passes. The running backs are going to be accentuated in this offense, guys. You want to get these running backs. And don't wait for A.J. Dillon because you will get sniped. They know what A.J. Dillon, you get around that 4th round, somebody might move up early to go get him. I think, guys, if you want him, I think you got to get him in the 4th round. 4th round is, because 5th round is his ADP, but he's moving up. You don't want a Green Bay Packer fan to snipe you, especially if you went 0 RB and you want A.J. Dillon to be your first RB, right? I say get both of them. I like getting Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon if you want to get a running back early and squeeze that backfield. And I think you can start both of them every week. I said what I said. You can start each running back each week. Both of them. All weeks. You can start them, guys. So, yes, I love A.J. Dillon. Let me go to the comment section. And he says, would you handcuff A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones? I'm not even calling them a handcuff. I say both of them are big-time starters. Both of them can finish as a top 12 RB. I said what I said. I would start both of them, bro. So, yes, of course you got to handcuff Aaron Jones with A.J. Dillon. Of course you do. Okay. Yep. Yes, sir. All right, guys. So, let me see what he said. He says, yeah, I love A.J. Dillon. He is a top 10 for me. Yes, sir, he is. He's a top 10 player. So, guys, let's move on. My next guy, guys, is going to be Rashad Penny. I said what I said. Y'all know how I feel about Rashad Penny. I've been championing him all year long. Listen, for his ADP, guys, you can't beat it. Now, listen, if he was a 3rd-round pick and he's been hurt as much as he was, I wouldn't champion him like that. I'd be like, guys, you can take a risk on him. But, guys, anything at like round 8, 9, and he's a starter on Pete Carroll team, so what if he gets hurt? You can go get Kenneth Walker if you want to. That's up to you. Some people do different. They handcuff different. I get it. But Rashad Penny in the 8th round as a starter, what he did at the end of the season, he's averaged 7 yards per carry. Big dude that runs a 4.4. He's 230, 240 pounds. He could be a Derrick Henry this year. All you got to do is stay healthy. And I know that's a big if, right? He probably y'all would even say he what, like 70% injury prone. He going to get injured almost 70% of the time. But what if it don't happen? Look what you got at the 8th round. That ADP, you can smash it. You might have a top 5 running back that you drafted in the 8th round, kind of like a James Conner did a couple years ago. Or last year. James Conner was a 8th, 10th round, 12th round pick, and he ended up finishing as a top 5 running back because of touchdown upside. And he's not going to have nowhere near the carries that Rashad Penny is going to have. So, guys, you get Rashad Penny, the ADP value says you pick him every time. 0 RB, I feel so good about going 0 RB. It feels good to my spirit, guys, because I'm like, how am I getting this type of running back that's going to get these type of opportunities, and I'm getting him in the 8th, 9th round. Any guys is getting that, like 20 carries a game, they going in their first 5 rounds. I said what I said. So, yes, guys, I'm high on Rashad Penny. You make sure you draft him. Pete Carroll loves him. So, if he stay healthy, All right, guys. Guys, remember to hit the like button as you come in. Subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content, guys. I said what I said. This is cutting edge content. All right. So, guys, let's move on. My next guy, and I got a little something for y'all, guys. I got something for you. All right, here we go. Oh, hold up, guys. I'm sorry about that. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I said what I said. Rashad Penny for the Baltimore Ravens. Now listen, we didn't get to see him last week because he had a backup quarterback play, and they won that game. But if Lamar would have played and been healthy, Bateman would have smashed. So listen, I don't care if Sammy Watkins is back. I don't care what Duvernay is doing. Bateman is the most talented receiver on this team. So he's going to be getting 7 to 8 targets. And those are going to be really good targets in this offense. So, teams have got to stop Lamar on the run game. They got to stop this run game altogether. It's not great this year, but it's good enough where you have to game plan against it because it's Lamar Jackson. So I'm saying that Rashad Bateman will be getting some one-on-one coverage, and he's going to be a sportsman because his route running skills is really great. Just watch him. Go on film and watch the last 2 games. This guy's been separating early and late. Some routes you need to separate late. Some routes you need to separate early. Rashad Bateman.
Yes, sir, guys. Rashad Bateman. Now, listen. Let me get this off the screen for you. Listen, guys, Rashad Bateman, even on this heavy run game offense, which I love heavy run game offenses and pick those wide receivers. That's why I love DK, because I know, guys, as playing running back, my wide receivers, when I get the ball 4 or 5 times in a row, I might be a little tired. The defense starting to ease up. They ready to they leaning forward, and then we hit them with play action, and our wide receivers are running wide open. Rashad Bateman is going to be having one-on-one coverage, running wide open a lot. Why? Because they got to stop that run game. This is Lamar Jackson back there. He'll take off for 60 on your ass. So the defense is already, I got a spy. Lamar Jackson right here. And Bateman is out there. Damn, they ain't paying no attention to me. And he killing them one-on-one every time. So, guys, I feel like he don't have to be some high-volume type guy, because he's going to get a lot of good touches like A.J. Brown did in a run-first offense. So Rashad Bateman can be that type of player. They're not the similar player, but they get open different. A.J. Brown get open with his strength. Rashad Bateman get open with his route running and anticipation and quick feet. So, guys, Rashad Bateman is going to boom this year. Don't worry about that he's playing on a heavy run offense. You want that, because he's not going to get no double coverage. Yes, guys like Michael Thomas, them have to beat double coverage because they don't play on strong run game offenses. But when you play on a strong run game, they can't double you, because they double you, the run game is still going to be eaten because they got the safety outside the box. They have to bring them in to help support the run lanes. So Rashad Bateman will be getting a lot of one-on-one. I can't wait for Mike Harmon to come out with his reception thing, and I'm going to say how much one-on-one coverage Rashad Bateman going to get. And remember, I told you this first, that he's going to get a lot of one-on-one coverage. So I said what I said, guys. Remember, guys, to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Okay, guys. So let's move on to my next player, guys. Let's move on to my next player. And this guy is a wide receiver.
YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another video from Fantasy Good Sports, guys. And today's video, guys, is going to be on a sleeper. Yes, a sleeper. And this guy is Kadarius Toney. Yes, guys. And
April the 16th, guys.
Last year, after he embarrassed my Cowboys. So I believe that you should be targeting Kadarius Toney, guys, in your drafts, especially Dynasty, as a trade target. Buy low. Some guys might not even let you buy low on him because they believe in him like I do. This guy, guys, is his yak is unbelievable. And as you can see in this game, this day and time, it's about yak. It's about getting guys out in space and letting them do their thing, right? Make guys miss. And Kadarius Toney is elite at doing this, right? So, guys, be picking up Kadarius Toney. And I'm also, guys, I'm going to share, I'm going to give you a two-game trend that I like, that the reason why I'm targeting Kadarius Toney and believe that he can boom this year, right? I believe he could be a top 24 receiver.
Yes, sir.
Easily. But he has the potential to be a top 12 guy. So I'm going to give you a two-game trend and show you the reason why you should be targeting Kadarius Toney in Dynasty as a great. So, guys,
Kadarius Toney, I've been on him for about 2 years now, since he came in in the league. As soon as he came in as a league, so before the Cowboy game, I was like, he's okay, he's dynamic, but I'm not taking him. And then I seen what he did against my Cowboys, and then I was sold. I've been enamored over him since then. This guy, guys, is going to change the game. Now, I don't know how long he's going to be healthy. He could be a little brittle or whatever. But when he catch the ball, I haven't seen that ever. Even Tyreek is fast, but he's not like bending his leg back behind him and juking people and twisting around. I mean, this guy, he touched the ball, he ain't going down. He's going to try to juke the whole stadium. I'm talking about in a phone booth. I mean, he juking, and then everybody just sitting there waiting. He just juking everybody. This guy is dynamic, guys. I'm telling you right now. And when I hear Brian Daboll, he's playing his song at camp, guys, playing this song at camp. They just playing this rap song at camp. I ain't seen no coach do that. So, you know, they like, listen, Kadarius, we need you, bro. Or you gonna be here and say, I won't trade you. Because he was trying to figure out, Kadarius, if you don't do the right thing, I'm gonna move on and I'm gonna give it to Rondale Robinson. And I'm gonna talk about Rondale Robinson on another day. Because I love Rondale Robinson too. I'm one of the first guys. And a lot of people like Rondale. I'm not saying I'm the first guys on Rondale, but I didn't stake my claim on him a long time ago. But anyway, Kadarius, guys, is a hybrid. He's nasty. You pick this guy up and you don't got a lot of draft capital. You can go heavy RB, and let Kadarius be your first wide receiver. And I don't think that's a bad move. That's why I said, guys, I'm a 0 RB guy. But there's so many drafts. It's 9 ways to skin a cat. You just got to stick to your plan and know what you're doing and follow through with it. You don't want to change herky-jerky. That's when you get a bad team. But if you go and you want to go heavy RB the first, I think it's okay this year. If you get guys that you trust, and then your 4th or 5th player come off the board, or maybe even less than that, you can get Kadarius Toney. Uh-oh. And remember, guys, to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content, guys. I said what I said. This is cutting-edge content. And yes, my homeboy, spiritually biased, he got Kadarius Toney. He in one of my listening leagues, he won't trade me for him. I want Kadarius, and I sold him on Kadarius. I think so. I could be wrong because this guy knows fantasy. But I've been talking about Kadarius since last year when nobody wanted him. After he kept getting injured and everybody all through the whole season, he's going to get traded and all this stuff. And I stayed true. I had to weather the storm. Everybody think my content crazy. You got to understand, guys, coming from my perspective. When I'm talking about players like Kadarius Toney, and you guys, you being fair, you're just saying, well, TD, why would I put Kadarius? That's making people talk about me. They laughing at my channel. They thinking I'm crazy and I'm just doing people that I thought was my friends are falling out with me over takes because what it is, I'm holding them accountable. They saying I'm crazy and I take it. And then when my guy hit, I ask them straight to their face. I say, hey, so what you got to say now, man? You know, give me some respect. Oh, you want to be right all the time. Really? I got it. So you want me to sit there, be pin the tail on the donkey, talk shit about me, and then when my player hits, still ignore me. Come on, man. So, guys, listen, I've been on Kadarius Toney. The Kadarius Toney is a monster. You pick him up. He's going to boom for you. I ain't not no other way. I'm not giving you no 6.5 A dot, 1.5 routes ran. I'm not doing all that. That shit don't matter to me. I watch the tape. I know, God. I know I don't want to tackle no guy like that. I play football. I'm not saying I'm the best or anything like that, or I was great or anything. I was fair. I was pretty good. But guys like that shake you out of you, and then he's strong too, can jump out the gym. Woo! I'm telling you guys. So look, I'm not going to stay on this. Let me move forward. My next guy, guys, that you should be picking up, and this guy's a quarterback that has a breakout season, is Davis Mills. I said what I said. It's Davis Mills, guys. So look, before I get on Davis Mills real quick, let me go through the chat. Let me see. So, yeah, second take said, yeah, I love AJ. He's top 10 for me. Yes, sir. Spiritually biased. He said, bro, what's up, bro? He said, spiritually biased said, haters gonna hate. I do like Toney, especially if they ball come in there. Yes, sir. He's gonna ball out. Guys, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Second take says, still don't like Toney. I'm staying true. I respect that, bro. I respect that. Just you know, and if I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you. I'm like, listen, man, he was good, but he can't stay on the field. I admit that. But if he ball out, bro, woo, because I know everybody, TD, why'd you trade Keenan Allen for him and all that? You know, people run away from my channel when people say stuff like that because they're like, this guy crazy, and they don't know I'm so damn cutting edge and so much on players. I'm on them. I've been on them. So you know what I'm saying? Imagine Nostradamus talking about the world is a circle and everybody saying, no, you're going to fall off. And then people sit around and they put him in jail because they saying he creating rants and shit. And then he end up being right. That's how I feel. If I'm wrong, guys, I want to be wrong. So I can say, no, I'm wrong. Let me move on off of that. Let me change my content up. Let me do something better. Maybe I can get more subscribers. Because I don't like saying it, but I'm just going to trust in my heart. And when my guys start hitting, I feel some type of way, not mad or anything. It's just that's how I am, guys. I'm a baller. I'm a sports player. So, you know, I love the competition. And second take says, yeah, people that do that are not true. Yep. 100%. And he said, no, I just don't like Daniel Jones. And I get it. I understand. Listen, it ain't all about, bro, you don't, I know how you feel, bro. You've been following me since almost day one, bro. So I know how you feel. And I understand Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback. But what I will tell you, Dayball is there. Like Spiritually Biased said. Dayball, bro, you got to look. Check this out with the 49ers. You remember when Steve Young played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they had the old jerseys, the orange and dark orange and light orange. And, bro, that was a terrible franchise. And Steve Young was playing terrible. I mean, like 8 touchdowns, 14 picks. I mean, he looked terrible. But not George Seifert, but Bill Walsh seen something in Steve Young. So when they had an opening for a backup, they went and traded for him. They said, I want you to learn behind Joe Montana. Now, Steve Young had bad mechanics and everything, but Bill Walsh broke his ass down. And when he broke him down, man, you got to see when he went on a good team with a better coach team, he played, and then he's a Hall of Famer. Bruh, that's what you got to look for. You can't always look at a situation. You can go into somebody's household right now. It's like, this is a lazy family and shit. And them kids could be great people, but the parents is holding this family back. So you don't sit there and say that kid ain't gonna never do nothing. No, he might bust out. Put him into a household where families got money, where they working every day, showing good work ethics. That shit can change their life. Same thing with Daniel Jones. He with Joe Judge, who's sitting around trying to act like Bill Belichick, talking shit. Shut up! I didn't say talk. Run around the field. Daniel Jones is not developing. Now he's with Brian Daboll. What's up, man? What's going on, bro? Shaking his hand. Hey, what you like? What's your favorite plays? What you good at? Then Daniel Jones could evolve. So you got to give him a chance to evolve with a great offensive scheme. Also, you remember what he did as a rookie when they were spreading the ball out like they're going to do this year. Daniel Jones broke records. He had like a 4-touchdown game with 2 rushing touchdowns, 80 yards rushing, 4 passing touchdowns. That's tremendous. So you got to give Daniel Jones his shot. So I love Kadarius Toney. So let me go to the chat real quick, guys. Guys, remember to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. Spiritually Biased said, yes, second take. Daniel Jones is the problem. Yep. I just believe that you got to give him a chance to evolve. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback now, but I think he can get better. I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to get better, especially when you're on your first contract. Second take says, if they get a different quarterback, I will be open. I get you. I understand that. I just want to see about what Daniel Jones is going to do. Give him a chance with Dayball. Give him a chance. And second take says, DJ can't hit the deep ball. I think he can. I think you just got to give him a shot. Let him get with Dayball, and we'll find out this year. I'm not going to champion Daniel Jones now because I get what you're saying. But I do think he got something in the tank. I don't know if it gets pulled out or not, though. And second take says, how many touchdowns did Giants wideouts have last year? I don't know. Ask Joe Judge. That's what I would say. Ask Joe Judge. I'm not asking Dayball there. I'm going to ask Joe Judge. Keegan, what's up? Alex, what's up, bro? He said Jones is great in Superflex. I think he's going to be fine in Superflex. I think he's going to be fine. Spiritually Biased says true. Yes, sir. Second take says, I like Tua over Jones. Yes, sir. I do too. Second take says, yeah, Joe Judge was a horrible coach. Yeah, he couldn't develop his talent. I like his mentality, but I don't like the way he developed his talent. Jones will rush for 600-plus yards and 5 touchdowns. He might. I like that, Alex. I love that. That's cutting-edge content right there. Guys, remember to hit the like button as you come in. Subscribe to this channel. This is cutting-edge content. And also, guys, make sure you sign up for the OnlyFans. Killer Listener Leagues there. These guys, Alex is in the league. Second take, I think he's getting in the league. And Spiritually Biased in the league, guys. They in dynasties and redrafts. You make sure you get in them. I love what you're saying, though, right there, Alex. I agree with you 100%. I hope so. I don't know if it'd be 600 or 400, but yes, he's going to run the ball this year. And second take said he has great rushing upside, but like I said before, he can't hit the long ball. That I understand what you're saying. I can't disagree with you. I think the progression of him getting better, right? That's the only thing that I'm standing on. And second take said, I don't know who was worth Adam Gase or Joe Judge. I say Adam Gase. That's just my 2 cents. And second take says, and the issue with the Giants is they don't have an O-line. Bro, that O-line is good this year. If you ain't paying attention, bro, they got Neal, and then they got They got Thomas. One thing I can say about Gelderman, the GM before he got fired, man, he's a pretty damn good drafter. He is. He got Luke Kuechly. He built up Carolina. He can build up a team now. Now, do he pick the right coaches? I don't believe so. All right, guys, let me move on. So my next guy, Davis Mills. So I want to talk about Davis Mills. I'm sorry about it. So listen, guys, Davis Mills last year was the best rookie quarterback. Now, I know a lot of people say Matt Jones was really good. Guys, he was good. But he played with Bill Belichick, and he had Josh McDaniels as an offensive coordinator. If you put any rookie quarterback that got drafted in the first round under them, they're going to play good, guys. These are some of the greatest coaches to ever coach, especially with Bill being underneath Bill. So Matt Jones did what he's supposed to do. So I think so I would say that Davis Mills did more with less. He didn't have the great infrastructure. He went to Texas where they talking about Deshaun Watson. Nobody wanted really Davis Mills, and he played really good. He peppered Cooks. A lot of quarterbacks can't handle number one wide receivers. They can't get them the targets. But Davis Mills made sure that Brandon Cooks got the targets. So, guys, I'm okay with trusting Davis Mills and waiting late in Superflex. I like Davis Mills over Daniel Jones. So, to me, I'm taking a lot of this in my draft. I'm going to get Trey Lance where I need to at this ADP. Then I'm stacking. And everybody like, oh, when are we going to get a quarterback? Davis Mills. I'm willing to go down with the ship with Davis Mills. I like Davis Mills. I think Davis Mills is going to be fine this year, guys. When you see a guy that can hyper target a number one wide receiver, you need to be, okay, this guy can play. I don't think Matt Jones, he didn't hyper target on one receiver. He hyper targeted Hunter Henry. That's fine. I do think he's going to evolve and get better. But like I try to tell you, Second Take, you just don't make an ideal in your head about this guy when he's still getting better, right? Are you going to say Matt Jones was never going to be able to throw the ball downfield? No, he was a young guy. So I believe, and Daniel Jones is a young guy too, man. And you might not believe it or not, he's a young guy too. He's still on his first contract and had a bunch of different coaches. So yes, guys, Davis Mills is a guy that I'm trusting. You can wait late to get him. In single quarterback leagues, I think you could kill. To me, if I was in a single quarterback league, I would try this strategy. I would go RBs and wide receivers and tight ends, get the best at every position, then wait till after round 10, 11 and get Davis Mills. That's just my 2 cents on it. All right, guys, let's see. Let's go to the chat. Second Take says, and the issue with the Giants is I don't know if they have an O-line. They got a good O-line this year. Neal and Thomas and those guards are really good this year. They're going to be good, bro. And Matt Galloway, what's up, bro? He said, great take on the Giants. Love their weapons this year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Chris Carter, what's up, bro? Glad to see you. Always showing support from Facebook, bro. Appreciate you. He said, plus Texan defense is trash, so Mills will throw a lot. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I agree with you. I love Davis Mills. All right, guys. So let me see. The next guy is a tight end, guys, that I like. And this guy is David Njoku. So look, guys, I got something for you, as I always do. Let's see here. There we go.
David Njoku has a big-time quarterback, and that's Deshaun Watson. Now, listen. I know Deshaun Watson may miss a few games next year or this coming up year, right? I don't care. I don't care if he misses any games because I know when he gets out on the field, David Njoku is going to eat. And the reason why David Njoku is going to eat, guys, is this guy is a great talent. He has great athleticism. This guy runs a 4.5 40. He jumps out the gym, and he's 6'3". So all he needs is a quarterback that can hyper target him. Why you think they franchise tagged him? Yes, they franchise tagged David Njoku. So guys, if you want a tight end sleeper, especially in a tight end premium league, you can wait late to get this guy. And this guy can actually contend as a top 5 tight end. Yes, I said it. He can contend as a top 5 tight end in fantasy football. Guys, Deshaun Watson is elite. He has never had an elite tight end like David Njoku, whose athletic ability is through the roof.
All he's looking for, all David Njoku has been looking for to take his game to the next level is a quarterback that's accurate and that has a big time arm. So this is the reason why that they kept David Njoku and let Austin Hooper go, that they paid more money early in his career. They still hold on to Hunter Bryant, but Hunter Bryant is on his rookie contract. David Njoku was getting franchise tag as a tight end. You don't franchise tag tight ends if you don't need them. So, guys, make sure you pick up David Njoku. He's going to be a top 5 tight end this year, or the possibility of being a top 5 tight end. Either way, he's a great guy to wait for in your draft.
So, remember, guys, so let me get this off the screen real quick. Okay, so listen, I know that's edgy. I know a lot of people don't believe that about David Njoku, but once he do it, remember I told you don't be in the yeah, man, David Njoku is good. Now, what did you say from the beginning? What did you say? Because guys, I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything like that, but this is how we get better, right? This is what we do on my channel. I like to take my takes and see how I'm doing. If I'm managing my talent right? If I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. David Njoku is a beast. They gave that man, and listen, I said this before they gave him the bag. I'm the only person that said this before they gave him the bag. The only person in the whole fantasy community. You show it to me, I cash app you $20. I'm not capping. I would cash app you $20 if you show me a guy that said that David Njoku was a top 5 tight end before he got his bag. So, guys, I'm telling you, David Njoku, now, Deshawn Watson ain't going to be there. I still think he's going to be fantasy starter, but I don't think he's a top 5 guy without Deshawn Watson. But when Deshawn Watson get there, I think he's a top 5 guy. That athletic ability, the way Deshawn Watson can extend plays, it's going to be tremendous. So, yes, I love David Njoku, guys. Let me see what the chat says. And he said, plus he has great ADOT. I think he's talking. I don't know if he's talking. I think he's talking about. I think he's talking about David Njoku. Yep, I think he's talking about David Njoku. And Chris Carter says, my biggest sleeper at tight end you can get off the free agent wire is Austin Hooper. Yes, I like Austin Hooper too, but he ain't David Njoku. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And listen, Austin Hooper could go out there and have a tremendous season. I know fantasy. I'm not going to sit here and act like Austin Hooper is not going to have a good season. I think he can, especially for the Titans. But I like David Njoku. I like that upside. I like them big long plays, especially if you get bonuses for blown plays. That's how I do in most of my leagues. It ain't just the regular 10 yards per cat or 10 yards, 1 point for every 10 yards. If you go and break a 50-yard touchdown, you get like a bonus in my leagues. So that's why I'm high on David Njoku. Okay, yeah, Alex was talking about Njoku. And plus he said he has a great ADOT. He got a good ADOT. Like I said, ADOT, stuff like that don't mean the ADOT's already calculated in my brain. That's why, guys, I want to bring on Richie to help break y'all down a little bit more as far as like ADOT and stuff like that. Because that stuff is automatically in my brain. I don't portray it like I should for y'all to understand, right? Because I understand what kind of content is out here and what people need to see to understand that, right? But the thing with me, guys, I see it and I calculate it in my mind and I know that he's going downfield, right? So I get it. You're right. David Njoku has a great ADOT because he's a great athlete. And Chris Carter says Brissett has been known to target tight ends in his career. Okay, I didn't know what he targeted because he targeted Waddle a lot last year. But you're right, bro. He do target a lot of tight ends. Guys, remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This is cutting edge content. Rex says, what's your thought about Travis Etienne? Do you think he and Trevor Lawrence can go off like they did in college? I don't know if they're going to go off together, but I do think Travis Etienne can be a fantasy startable guy. He could be a top 15 guy easy, and his upside could be crazy. Like, he could catch 8 or 9 passes a game. I don't know what Doug Peterson does with him. I don't know if Doug Peterson gives him a bell cow role because I don't think he usually ever really bell cow none of his running backs. But I do think Travis Etienne will be a great guy to pick up with his ADP, right? You got to take that opportunity to take that chance. That Liz Frank injury is not going to scare me away of drafting him. So, yes, man, if you feel good about Travis Etienne, bro, you go ahead and pick him up. I think Travis Etienne is a good startable guy. I'm not super high on him anything, but that doesn't mean anything because I'm not super high on him. I'm not picking all the players that's going to do great. So Travis Etienne, bro, you take that risk. I am. If I can get him, I'm getting him. I think it's a great risk and a great opportunity to pick up. Great question, though, Rex. That's a great question. I love Travis Etienne as far as drafting for his ADP. I'm not saying I love him because I think he's one of the best players out here. His speed, dynamic, or anything like that. I do think he's fast. I do think he got real good straight line speed, and I do think he got good hands, and I do think he works hard. So that's how I feel about Travis Etienne. And Trevor Lawrence, with Doug Peterson, will get better. Doug Peterson will break the game. He got that Andy Reid in him to simplify the game. That's what makes Doug Peterson really good. Rick says, remember to like and subscribe, guys. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Anderson, what's up, bro? He said, yo, what's good, bro? Break down Jalen Hurts. You think he can improve his accuracy this year? Yes, somewhat. It's going to be the rushing upside, bro. It's going to keep the teams honest. So he will hit the open guys. He may miss him a few times, but it's not going to be enough to take him outside of a fantasy startable guy. I still think he's a top 10 fantasy guy, right? His upside is top 5. So yes, he's going to play better than he did last year. He's not going to miss as many players as he did. He's working on that. They said stuff about him struggling in practice, but don't worry about that. The practice, they go against each other every day, so they're going to get used to each other, right? I do think you got to take that opportunity with Jalen Hurts. I love his rushing upside. He can have 800 to 900 yards rushing this year, even 1,000 like he did last year. So, yes, I do think he can improve on his accuracy, but I don't know if it's going to look like Josh Allen. I wouldn't expect it to look like Josh Allen. What happened with Josh Allen is something that we may never see again, or we may start seeing it. Maybe these offensive coordinators can get these guys a little bit more accurate, change up the play dynamics, like Brian Daboll did for Josh Allen. So I would still take my risk on Jalen Hurts. I still would draft him at his ADP as probably the top 5 quarterback. Chris Carter says Robinson number 1 on the depth chart. Might change though. Robinson, yeah. Robinson ain't gonna be. I mean, they might use him, but remember, like Latavius Murray would start a game. That didn't mean he would outscore Alvin Kamara. This Alvin Kamara type play, these are a lot of these guys are coming into the league now. Like James Cook, Travis Etienne, that's like an Alvin Kamara bill where they might not start, but it doesn't matter. They get 7 to 8 catches and they rushing the ball in certain opportunities. So you don't have to be a starter in order to be a top guy in fantasy. Alvin Kamara has proved that. And let me see. Travis Peel, what's up, bro? Glad you on here, man. He says Hill or Debo, PPR. Hill. I think Hill could be a triple crown winner, but I like both of them. But in PPR, bro, I'm gonna go Hill all day long. All day long. It's no only receiver that I'm gonna pick over Tyreek Hill, bro. Is probably Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is the only wide receiver that I'm picking before Tyreek Hill. All right, guys. So I got my last guy. And my last guy, guys, is a wide receiver, and it's Kyle Phillips from the Tennessee Titans. I think he can have a breakout season. Now, you could call him a sleeper. He could be a sleeper, but sleepers and breakouts are very, very similar. So let me tell you what I think about Kyle Phillips. He's that slot Julian Edelman Wes Welker guy. They got Treylon Burks. They got Fitzpatrick. They got a couple other wide receivers there. They need a guy to keep the defense honest to run in the slot. I think when they do spread the ball out and they're not giving it to Derrick Henry, Kyle Phillips could have 6 or 7 targets in the slot. This is a guy that you can pick up late in your draft like the last pick, guys. You get this guy on your team and stash him. Remember I said this. Pick up Kyle Phillips and stash him on your teams because he could be a PPR guy for the Titans. I said what I said, guys. Now listen, I don't got a lot of stuff to tell you because it ain't a lot of stuff that he's done. But I believe this guy, the way he's been playing in minicamp and being the most reliable receiver there, yes, even with Treylon Burks and all these guys there, he's the most reliable. Kyle Phillips is going to be the slot guy for this team. And you know Tannehill, how he did with Jarvis Landry. So he can use a slot guy like a Kyle Phillips. I said what I said. So Chris Carter says, I know that Travis guy. He's still stuck on them Cowboys. I I got you, bro. And he says, so Rex says, so you're not picking Cooper Kupp over Tyreek? No, sirree. No, sirree. Nope. I'm picking Tyreek first, bro. I know that may seem edgy. I'm not. Especially with Matthew Stafford elbow, and even with Matthew Stafford being perfectly healthy. Tyreek going with Tua? Bruh, that's a lot more catches than he had in Kansas City. So I'm going with Tyreek over Cooper Kupp, bro. Oh, I know that Travarius guy. Okay. Travarius guy. Okay. He's still stuck on them Cowboys. And Alex says they have Robert Woods too. Yes, Robert Woods gonna be fine, but he ain't gonna be Kyle Phillips. They still need a guy in the slot. And if they move Robert Woods to the slot and put Fitzpatrick and Trey Lance on the outside, then maybe I'm wrong. But I've been watching the camp and I've been watching him consistently. Kyle Phillips looks great in the slot. He looks like a New England slot receiver. And Tavarius says, okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying there, Chris Carter. He said, Chris Carter, because I am taking CD Lamb over Buffalo Buffoon. Yeah, I'm not high on CD either, man. I think that's a lot of pressure on him, but he could boom through the pressure. He could. And Wale says, Courtney Sutton greater than Lamb. Maybe, especially with Tim Patrick going down. He could. It's just, man, I'm a Cowboy fan, man. I'm just hard for me to accept Lamb. But I know Lamb's going to get a lot of targets. Does that perform in fantasy output for his points? It could. Courtney Sutton, he's gonna have some good games. I'm not high on this Denver offense. I think this is gonna be a running offense, and it's gonna be different games. But since Tim Patrick went down, I trust Courtney Sutton over Jerry Jeudy, the tight end. I like Courtney Sutton. That's the guy that I'm targeting now since Tim Patrick went down. So I agree with you, bro. I think Courtney Sutton at this point in time, I would say that I'm drafting him over Lamb, or I'm waiting to get Courtney Sutton over Lamb. Rex says Jerry Jeudy, if he stays healthy, he's going to outscore Courtney Sutton. I said what I said. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's alpha wide receiver. He could. I don't know if Russell is going to use the guy like that. But you could be right, bro. I'm not going to debate that. You're probably 100% right. I'm just not going to debate it. To me, I'd rather take Courtney Sutton, but that's just me. And Alex says Titans run 12 personnel, which doesn't give Phillips enough snap opportunities. Phillips will be good next year once they move away from that current regime. I get what you're saying. But so you think they're going to be winning all their games where they don't have to go 3 wide receivers on the field? That's the thing, though. If you believe that they're going to be winning all their games and Derrick Henry is going to be trying to run the clock out because they up, then you're exactly right. But if they get down, bro, they're going to have to bring Phillips on the field. Like I said, it's a late pick. It's not a guy that you drafted in the first 10 rounds. So this is a guy that you just take a shot with, right, at the end of your draft, right? In case something happens and they have to start using him, or he start catching passes like Braxton Barrios. Let me ask you this, Alex. If I told you that Braxton Barrios was a good player last year in the beginning, what would you say? You'd be like, TD, they not going to do this and did this, and you would be right. But what happened at the end of last year? Braxton Barrios was the league-winning player. So that's what this move is. This is a move for the end of this year. Somebody could get hurt, and you got him stashed on your team. You ready to play him. You ain't got to bid on the waiver wire for him. So this is what this move was. It's a Braxton Barrios type guy. Braxton Barrios took me to the championship in one of my leagues and took a kickoff return back, caught some slot passes, finished with 20 points. Kyle Phillips can do the same thing. And Chris Carter says, I want only Schultz and Zeke in that Cowboys offense. I agree with you 100%, Carter. That's who I'm taking. I'm taking Zeke, and I'll take some Pollard. And I'm taking Shorts too. And I will stash Gallup. I stash him. Like if he fall, I'm like, okay, this is time for me to stash him. It won't cost me. Yeah, I'll do that too. All right, guys. So, guys, thank you for tuning in. Guys, if you can, go subscribe to my OnlyFans. You want to get into one of these listing leagues? I got a Dynasty League. I still need 8 more people. This is my second Dynasty League. I need 8 more people. Just click on my OnlyFans, and guys, you can get in the leagues, and you don't have to pay to get in the leagues. Other than that, guys, if you're not part of OnlyFans, it's a $5 fee to get in the leagues. Guys, if you get in the leagues and you unsubscribe from my OnlyFans, when it come time to get the rings, now you're going to get your money that you win if you win it. But if it's come time to get your rings and your shirts, and then next year I'm not going to give you that carte blanche. So now if you unsubscribe from it after the season, that doesn't matter. You don't have to subscribe to me. I'm not going to make you pay on OnlyFans and give you that premium. But if you do it in the middle of the season to try to play a little game, I will you won't get the rings and you won't get the belts. That's the part of that situation. That's why you on the OnlyFans and stuff. So, guys, make sure you stay subscribed to OnlyFans at least the whole year when fantasy are being played. And then after the year, you can unsubscribe and then wait and do it again next year. I understand that. I know a lot of people don't got money just to give away like that. I'm not asking anybody. I'm just asking to help support the channel. And, I got to keep up. I got to be the commissioner. So it costs to be the commissioner, right? I got to make sure trades go through and all that type of stuff. I got jobs to do. So that's the only reason why I asked for that, guys. But make sure you sign up for the OnlyFans. It's killer. And, guys, you can ask me any questions. And, guys, I am going to be getting a phone where you can call into the live shows. And if and I'm going to try to hopefully do that, like, guys that have the OnlyFans memberships, that you'll have first in line for that. Like, right, if you want to call in, I'll open the line up for you and stuff like that, guys. So you are a premium subscriber if you are on the OnlyFans. And you just showing support. Also, guys, go check out my articles on my website. Go click all the links in the description box, guys. I'm on all the social media platforms. Click the link, show support to the channel. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Peace. Oh, hold on. I got some. Okay, Travis says, what's the platform? It's OnlyFans, bruh. It's at the bottom. Let's click that link. It's only $10 a month, bruh. And this year's, I got a special going on. If you get in before this year, before the first game of this season, bruh, you're going to pay $10 forever. So say I'm huge. I got 100,000 followers. I'm charging $20 to get on OnlyFans. You're going to be paying $10, and whatever I'm doing differently, you're going to get all of that for $10. So make sure you sign up, guys, this year for that. That way you can be grandfather clause in for life. So it's OnlyFans, bruh. And it's nothing weird. I know a lot of people, how they feel about OnlyFans. It's nothing weird. It's just I want to do something different. Everybody else was doing Patreon. So I decided to go to OnlyFans just to do something different, to check that platform out. And it's actually really good, bro. Very personal. You got any questions, I got you. Before the game starts, any of that. You want me to rate your team, who you should trade for, I got you. So, guys, y'all be safe. Peace.